Welcome back to another edition of Myth Badger videos. In this video, we're going to take a look at building a lead screw. Now, this is one that's a little bit more involved to build, and it's got several spots in which you can very easily make a mistake and require you to undo and fix things. So let's go ahead and get into the parts, and we'll try to examine those possible areas for mistakes as we go. So first, we have our main platform, of course, and we're going to end up needing one of these slide rails. Now, remember that you are going to have several different rails that are about this length, and what you want is you want the slide rail where the pieces on the inside kind of curve inward a little bit. The reason why is we're going to use this outer slide truck, and it's going to slide back and forth along this piece. We are going to need a handle, of course. Now for the actual worm gear. Now there are two different styles of worm gears that you could use, and here's the two pieces. Unfortunately, the one we want for this is going to be the one with the wider gap. If we try to use one with the narrow, thin gaps, this will not work. So you definitely need one of these, and you're going to need 4 of them as well. Make sure to inspect them, because occasionally you might find one like this, in which if we look very carefully, you can see that one side is damaged, and this isn't going to work as smoothly. So make sure you inspect them when you grab them. Okay, we're also going to need a lead screw nut here. The way this nut works is when you put this lead screw into place, it slides back and forth across the lead screw nut slides back and forth across that worm gear. So that's why we need one of those. We're going to need 2 lead screw brackets. Now, these are intended to be used as part of the lead screw, but you could use these in any situation where you need a right angle bracket to help brace anything. They're a nice, sturdy, thick plastic piece, so they work well for bracing as well. We are going to need one 12-inch drive shaft, as you see here. You should have plenty of those. Now, for the drive shaft, we're going to need 4 locking collars. Even though we have one drive shaft, we're going to need 4. You'll see here that we're going to use 2 of them to help hold the worm gears into place. I'm going to need 2 of these. Now, they're 1/2-inch bolts, and they're going to be used to attach the lead screw nut to the slide truck. And then we also need 4 of these larger bolts. These are 3/4-inch bolts. We need a larger one because we got to feed it through the bracket, through the rail, and through the base plate with enough room to attach a cap nut here. So those are going to be the parts. If you have one of the hex wrenches, the 3/32 hex wrench that's got a handle, it can be helpful when attaching everything to this. So now let's go ahead and look at how we build this. So looking at building this, let's go ahead and move some of these pieces out of the way, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach this rail. But we got to be careful when attaching the rail, because we're going to attach it with these mounting brackets. And one of the first beginner mistakes that I see with this, and one that I've made myself, is we go ahead and just mount everything down. But there's a problem. The slide truck needs to be on the rail. And once these are bolted down, you have no way to put this into place. So we're going to need to make sure that before we do anything, that this slide truck is in place on the rail first. So now let's go ahead and attach this, and I'm going to use my larger bolts. I'm going to feed them through the center openings here, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach here. I'm doing about 3 holes away from the edge of the base plate here, and 1 hole in, so that way I have an easier time attaching these cap nuts on the bottom. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and tighten that one down. Now, one of the things that sometimes happens is that this rail will shift, as you saw here in this one, even just a little bit. So make sure that you try to keep that kind of straight as you tighten these down, so that way everything's good to go. Now, here's where another mistake can happen. We need to attach this rail here. But we need to consider some of the other parts that go into this thing, this being in particular. If I just set this at the other end, we find that the drive shaft will reach across, but nothing's sticking out, and really it's just barely sticking into these holes. So really that position's not great. We actually want the drive shaft to stick out a little bit on this end so we can attach the handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move this around. I want to attach a locking collar on the other side. I do know that. So I'm going to want to kind of find a position here that works, and that seems to be a good spot. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this down right there. And there we go. Now we can kind of tighten a little bit. Okay, so now we've got this positioned about where we want it, so we have enough room for the drive shaft to stick out the side. Okay, now there's another piece here. So that's two mistakes. We forgetting this and then not positioning this with enough room for everything to stick out. The next set of mistakes that can happen is when attaching the worm gear nut and the worm gear itself, because if we just flat attach, if I attach this here and lock it down, how am I going to fit this into place? So we want to make sure that before we do anything else, we want to attach this lead screw nut first. So let's grab this piece and we're going to attach it to the slide truck. Now when attaching this, we're going to use these 1/2-inch bolts. And when we do this, the slide truck openings for the bolts tend to be a little tight, particularly when they're brand new. So when doing this, I really are going to have to use a little bit more force to attach it in there. The other problem that I'm going to run into is I can't attach a kept nut at the bottom, because if I do, it's not going to slide on here. That's not going to be a big deal because the tightness of the holes on a slide truck are going to make it so it holds onto that really well. This is where I'm going to want to use the one with the handle, because I want to have an easier time, because I'm going to have to push in when I get that initial piece in, and then the handle is going to make it easier than the L key to tighten this all down. In fact, sometimes I've turned around and actually pick this up and I will attach it like this, just because, sorry, and I've attached it like this only because it gives me a little bit more leverage to kind of put everything into place. So let's tighten that down. And we're going to go ahead and attach the other one. And when doing this, lead screw nut will sometimes twist in place, so you might have to reposition it. And that one went in a little bit easier. Okay, so now that's attached. Okay, now that's the third mistake, is putting locking this down before you have that into place. Now for the next piece. We're going to end up sliding this all the way through, and we need to attach these worm gears onto it. However, the next mistake that sometimes happens is people start to put this all into place and they forget that we want a locking collar here. So we're going to throw a locking collar on first. And now we're going to take a look at how these fit into play. If we look carefully, we will notice that the end of these things have on one end a notch that sticks out, and on the other end we see these notches that stick in. And we can see that they correspond to each other. So that notch there, if we take another one, fits into the notch on here. So if I turn around and reposition this, it just kind of goes like this. Okay, and they're going to stick together, and now it almost looks like one solid piece, and that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this through, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully place each piece on, and I'm going to line up those notches. Now, if you look carefully, notice there's a circle by those notches. The circle happens to be opposite of the notch where you that they meet up at. Okay, so now let's go ahead, and now that I've got all four of those into place, let's feed this through a little bit. So I'm going to twist this to get it through the lead screw nut, and then I'm going to attach another locking collar on there. Now what I'm going to do is I want to spin this around enough, and then what I'm going to do is kind of push this through. And we're going to push it through until I've got just enough sticking out on this side to attach a locking collar. So now that I can attach that locking collar, I'm going to tighten it down. And then I've got that in place actually really well. I'm going to kind of reposition that a little bit. And let's slide that so it's in the middle. And we'll attach our other locking collar at the other side. Keep grabbing the handled one. Tighten that down. Okay, and then these two locking collars are just there to help kind of hold the worm gear into place so that it doesn't move around on its own. And there we go. If I attach a handle, here's our lead screw working. So there are several mistakes we want to watch out for when you're building these. Let's recap real quick. When bolting this down, we want to make sure that we have the slide truck on the rail before we bolt the brackets down. When we bolt the brackets down, we also want to make sure that we don't put them at the far ends of the rail, because we need to fit that axle far enough through so it sticks out on the other side for the handle. So you're going to want to find where you want that position before you bolt the brackets down. Once you bolt that down, before you start feeding anything through, let's go ahead and attach the nut to the slide truck. Then when you're going through and you're feeding the axle, you want to make sure you get each of the pieces in place. So you need the locking collars and the worm gears and another locking collar on the inside before we run it all the way through and lock it all down. Also, make sure that before you put on that second locking collar, that you feed the worm gear through the lead screw nut so that way it's sticking out the other side first. So several points where mistakes can easily be made. Thank you for watching, and feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all future tutorials here at Myth Badger Videos.